Imagine stepping into a quiet room with a crackling fire. It's a space built entirely for your own thoughts, completely safe from the constant noise of the outside world. Well, this is your inner scriptorium, a place specifically designed to help you process your inner world, in our explainer today.
Have you ever known something was inside you, but you couldn't quite find the words? It's such an incredibly universal feeling. You can actually sense a thought forming, or maybe there's this heavy emotion just sitting right in your chest. But when you try to speak it aloud, the words just escape you. It's literally like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands.
Okay, let's dive into this. What exactly is that elusive thing you're trying to capture? Well, maybe it's just a feeling, a story, a passing journal thought, a lyric, a poem, or even a memory. Sometimes it's the sudden urge for a quick voice note, an unfinished idea, or honestly just a single sentence. These fragile fragments of our inner lives will just fade right back into the noise if we don't capture them.
So where do we normally put these fragments? Basic notes apps basically just store thoughts lifelessly. They're kind of like these digital junk drawers. And then, on the other extreme, you've got AI writing tools that generate language for you, which, let's be honest, often scrubs away your unique soul. Neither of these actually helps you bridge that gap between a raw feeling and your true, authentic voice. And this is exactly where Inner Scriptorium steps in. It's a narrative coaching environment that's actively designed to help you discover what you are actually trying to say, without replacing your natural voice. It's this incredibly personalized, creative space where your raw inner experience becomes honest, meaningful language.
So the crucial point is how it actually guides you. The daily process follows this really simple, beautiful loop. First, you notice what's happening inside you. Then you reset the autopilot. Next, you express what wants to become language. Reflect on what just became clearer. Save that insight. And finally, return to it later. It is just a wonderful guided loop of self-discovery.
Now, on those tough days, finding direct language is just difficult. So instead of staring at a blank screen demanding perfection, Inner Scriptorium offers a much softer doorway. It asks for your emotional weather. Are you experiencing fog right now? High winds, rainfall, maybe frozen ground, moonlit quiet, or clearing skies? Using this metaphor completely bypasses the pressure to be perfect and prompts real clarity.
And speaking of self-talk, we all have internal narration going on, don't we? Well, these character cards help you recognize your recurring inner voices. Is it the critic speaking up today, the protector, the performer, the avoider, small me, or big me? By actually identifying the voice, you turn that invisible, looping self-talk into something visible and, more importantly, manageable.
Once you're grounded, you enter the inner sanctuary, which is your very own private creative room. And you can enter through different portals based on whatever you need right then. There's the page for writing, the breath for grounding yourself, the mirror for self-reflection, sound for spoken notes, and weather for those emotional check-ins. It's a place where you simply gather what's forming, without needing any immediate polish.
And this brilliantly illustrates the app's core philosophy. A fragment is allowed to remain a fragment. It literally does not have to be finished to matter. A messy sentence or a quick voice note, that is completely enough for today. This space honors your raw, personal material without rushing you to the finish line. Because a fragment is really just the beginning, right? The magic truly compounds with this powerful save and return feature. The app actually remembers your saved lines, your unfinished poems, voice notes, metaphors, and emotional patterns. Weeks later, it helps you return to them, carefully holding on to your threads until you are truly ready to weave them together.
Let's move to and see how this builds a completely different category from everything else out there. Think about it. Most journaling apps basically just store what you write, and most AI tools, they write for you. But Inner Scriptorium helps you discover what you are trying to say. The goal here isn't to make an AI your author. It's to make you fiercely conscious of your own unique voice.
If you've ever felt like you had something inside you but just couldn't quite find the words, I want you to remember this roadmap. Notice what is there, give it language, find the story, save the thread, and return when it is ready. So, I'll leave you with this. What emotional weather are you experiencing today, and what unfinished fragment will you capture right now?